Alright, we're back. In the previous episode, we lost our unfortunate friend, Hassar. You know, I don't really mind the houses all that much. What does bother me a little is the fact that they don't really have anything useful to say. Like, usually when you enter a house in a Fire Emblem game, they'll usually give you some sort of helpful tip. And for the most part, these houses don't seem to give anything particularly important. Like, the dialogue is fine. It's just, you know, maybe I'm just complaining too much, but it just seems like there should be more to the houses than just small talk. In any case, Uther has some Bern dudes to take care of. Chop! Holy dude! Uther is Mr. McEnzy God Hand without the hand. Crap, like, he can already, like, double these guys, but killing them in one hit, that's overkill, dude. Wait, hang on, how much attack does the Claymore have? I'll have to check that out once the turn ends. Alright. In one of my previous playthroughs of this chapter, I actually lost Hassar somewhere, over here. Anyway, let's check out that Claymore. Alright, so... Damn! Alright, so at least it's accurate, because, you know what, I'm not gonna explain. Well, you know what, fuck it, I will. Basically, in, Fire Emblem games, when you have a weapon that's effective against a certain class, when you use it against them, it'll do, you can multiply the might of the weapon and add that to your strength, and that's how much damage you'll do, minus the opponent's defense or resistance, of course. But because of how much damage Uther was doing, I thought it was like a triple might thing. Sorry if that doesn't make any sense. I'm just, you know, I'm trying to avoid confusing people. Alright. This is the part of the commentary where I'm like, alright, we gotta stop acting like a cookie monster, dude. Speaking of the cookie monster, cookies! Oh! Cookies! Cookies! Level up cookies! Cookies! Oh! Speed 10! It's a soldier, and we all know they're magically delicious. They also do complete crappy damage. I laugh at your 1 damage. Alright. I have a plan. Not to be stupid. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have our little axe dude, what's his name? Mazda. He's gonna stand on the fort. He's going to defend himself so that these guys don't get through. I'm going to take care of these Pegasus Riders because, believe me when I say this, Pegasus Riders have never been one of my favorite opponents to face. Hell, any mounted unit is basically my worst nightmare. So if you ever want to make a hack that'll piss me off, just put a whole bunch of mounted units in it and there you go, instant hatred. Not saying that it'll be bad design, but I'll definitely get frustrated. That's for sure. Alright, but enough of my bantering. Let's go ahead and, firstly, I'm going to make sure these guys have no... Okay, good. So that means that our little page dude can attack them without problems. And by page, I mean Magnus. Pardon me. Okay. Hey! Zap! Dang it, Magnus. You're a mixed bag. You're either filled with douche or something else. I will not name that something else. Instead, I will dodge this sword. By which I mean an axe. Yes, hearken. You... I'm constantly praising you. I'm just gonna shut up. Wait, hang on a moment. Why are these guys still doing 1 damage? Or is that guy different strength? Wait, that one didn't even bother to attack. Alright. Now we're gonna proceed to take care of these evil Pegasus riders. Right after Mazda heals. Yeah, just as I thought, he has no strength. I guess the reason why he didn't attack is because he knows he can't do any damage. Meanwhile, Lord Uther will double Pegasus riders. Even despite the fact that Pegasus riders are supposedly fast units. Then again, they have like super low constitution, and that usually prevents them from... Holy crap. Uther. 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 Moo. Okay. Abelia decides she's going to level up. Of course, her level up isn't quite as good. Dude, Uther's gonna be freaking destructive powerbomb McEnzy for this whole freaking chapter. At this rate, at least. I might as well just use him to beat the entire chapter. Alright. Let's see if we can get Magnus to zap somebody for once. By the way, that's something else that kinda is sort of a nitpick thing. This guy does not look like he's a little kid. So why does his class look like a little kid? That just kind of bothers me a little. Like, then again, it's kind of annoying to make a new custom animation for every character just for the sake of making sense. So, you know what? I'll let it slide. It's just that, you know, Magnus's battle animation looks like a kid, and he's clearly somewhere in his 30s, I assume. Who knows? Maybe he's like 3 years old and actually not as old as he looks. I'd be surprised, honestly. Also, Abelia is freaking... I don't like to use the word rape, but, you know, she likes to rape her some ladies. Wait, that means she's a lesbian! Lesbian woman! Throw your javelin of faith! That is how you do it in Lesbian Town. Alright, I'm gonna, you know what? When this turn ends, I'm gonna stop the video. Just putting that ahead of time. Alright, because I forgot to turn on my stopwatch thingy. This is gonna take a while. These enemies take a while to kill. Boom! Ah! I can't do any damage! No! You're gonna get raped, kid! And this is where I'll end the video. One moment. Well, as it would appear, I still have enough time for making video fitting. Me and my failure of English. It's just so intriguing. Yeah, like, these guys won't attack me. Like, that was not a coherent thought. Like, I noticed these guys won't attack a unit if their defense is too high for them to actually damage. Well, that just makes them easy picking. Why do they even stand in the way? Like, why do they even stand right in front of them so I could just kill them? Ah, well. Not like it really matters anyway. Hoo-ha! I'm James Bond. Welcome to Holiwood. I'm running out of things to say. Sorry. She's just kind of a little tedious to make progress for the most part. Because it just takes a while. Alright, let's see how this does. Dun, dun, let's do this. I don't remember if any other reinforcements show up. But if there is, I'm totally ready for it. Because Uther, my boy, is gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna have Uther solo the entire chapter. No point in, like, moving all these units if I could just use him to solo. Wow. That looked a bit jittery. Dun, 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 dun. Crap, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be humming. It's just my mind is sort of wandering at the moment. Because I'm running out of things to say. Alright, let's see how Uther does for the rest of this chapter. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna place him right here. Okay. The cleric person's probably gonna be like, nope. It's Pootie Tank for you. Hey there. I see you're trying to heal the boss. Well, I cannot agree with your ethics. I'm afraid I must kill you. And I gained a level up. Aren't I a badass? Yes, you are, Uther. You just gained 11 speed. You're a freaking Myrmidon General God tier Wyvern Mage. Oh, I see you killed the other bearded dude. I commend you. It was no problem. He just wasn't that skilled. What? You dare mock the skill of the beardness? Well, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, I've never had a beard in my whole life, and I've done perfectly fine. You can't rely on the beard, dude. I'm sorry. Don't throw your fucking javelin at me just because you're all butthurt. I'll keep Madeline nearby. Well, God, Uther, jeez, you and your rape itch is just endless. Okay, that was not rape. That was you not being a pleasant neighbor. Hopefully you'll make up. Well, which I mean make out. Oh, I am so clever. Damn my greed. Still, my beard will save me in my reincarnated life. Oh, his beard gave me so much experience. Okay, enough of the beard jokes. Okay, I'm gonna end the video right here. Be right back.